Hey guys, welcome back to the shop. I'm Chris with M7 Metalworks. I've got a project in the shop today. Really, should be a pretty short one. I'm going to do a little bit of modifications on this Harbor Freight hand truck. This is the 600-pound capacity, heavy-duty hand truck. Pretty cheap buy at the Harbor Freight store. I got this one on sale for $29 and some change. So I wanted to modify it and make it so that I can use it to bring my firewood in and out of the house. I've been using this for the last couple years. This is just an old Milwaukee deal. It's something you can buy at Lowe's for probably around 30 bucks. I don't remember the exact price of it, but I bought two of them, made one for my lower level and my upper level of the house so that I could just put some firewood in this little basket and then just wheel it right in the door and load up the stove. The problem is these plastic wheel brackets, they eventually just break. And I had one break on me last year, and I ended up going to something like this. And then this year, the one that I have upstairs did the same thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this metal basket. This is just an old milk crate. You find them a lot of times in rural areas where I live, and so they're nice heavy duty. You can put a lot of firewood splits in there. So what we'll do is we're going to take this basket and we're going to put it on this, and we'll just bolt it down. A very simple way to adhere or affix it to the hand truck. And then the problem with this is it's too tall. I need it to be shorter. So what I think I'm going to do, let's just get this off of here. I think what we're going to do is we're going to cut out a section here. So we're going to maybe cut here, and we're going to bring this section down and just eliminate this middle piece here. So to do that, we'll have to cut here and here, bring her down, and then we'll probably use the MIG on this. I could use the TIG, but I think the MIG will be faster, and honestly, I think it'll do just as well. So stay with me if this is something that you might find useful. Watch how I do it, maybe get some ideas, learn from my mistakes, and maybe from the things that I do well as well. So here we go, let's get started. Okay guys, so what I've done here is I've marked. So we're going to cut this hand truck right above the little cross bracing on both of these, and then basically we're going to eliminate or section out this part right here. So from here to here, and then we'll re-weld that down here. That should give me the height on this little hand truck that I need. So I hope that makes sense. So that's what you're going to see me do next. And I'm just using a little hand grinder here with the DeWalt 4-inch cutoff wheel. So they're real handy and they seem to last real well. You'll note, guys, in this particular video, I don't have music in the video itself. I have music playing in my shop that's just for me to listen to while I work. Perfect. So guys, next is we'll grind these areas, an inch or so above each one of these areas, and grind around this, and just clean up all of this stuff that's left over from the cut, but also get this paint out of our way so we'll get a good weld. Okay guys, So you can see here, I've got everything prepped. I've got these lined up. Now I could put some slits in this, kind of taper this down a little bit and actually go into the pipe a little, and that might be a better joint, and then weld. But I'm gonna try, because I've got a decent fit up on it, I'm gonna try just to weld these just as is. I'll probably run a bead right along the seam, and then I'll probably want to run one above and below. So don't get too concerned about it not lining up perfectly on these corners. If you look at the way this thing is made, get the center one done, and then these here will flex enough to be able to line them up and get them tacked in place and welded. So that's what we'll do now. Okay guys, this tubing is about 1/16 of an inch thick. It is just a mild steel. Today we're going to use the HTP MIG 2400. I've got a setting of 212 on it. So if that doesn't make any sense to you, let me just show you real quick. So a 2 on the wire feed speed, a 1 and a 2 on the amperage. Okay, so, and we'll adjust as needed. So guys, you can see right here, so I've got a few of the welds mostly done. I'll clean these up, and I'm going to run a bead just across the top and the bottom just to solidify that. And I'll probably kind of build this up a little bit, just give it a little more strength than maybe it originally had. But you can see this tubing easily flexes. So I'll just use a little C-clamp, and I'll pull that kind of in alignment, tack it, and then weld it. Okay guys, so this is welded. This is just one bead I've put across the top, or I'm sorry, across it. I think I'll put another bead on top and bottom just to kind of reinforce that weld a little bit. But this is very rough right now. I just took a quick wire brush to it, but it's super nice. I mean, I'll give it a picture of me standing next to it and you'll see the difference. Okay guys, just a quick peek at the welds. When all is said and done, I beefed that up. I know that's like major overkill. I get that, but this is a very utilitarian thing. So aesthetically, it doesn't have to look amazing with these perfect little welds. I really wanted it beefy and stout because I'm going to be throwing logs in this basket, or at least splits, and wanted it as strong as I could get it. So if you want a cleaner look, you can grind on that and clean her all up. I'm not going to grind on any of it. I've wire brushed it, and I'll take a little sandpaper and just kind of touch up a little bit of the paint there as far as blending that in, just feathering it out a little bit, and then I'm going to shoot it with some paint. But first, next, let's get a couple holes drilled into this base, and let's bolt that basket on there. So guys, I just drilled 5/16 inch hole for these little bolts. So it's not going to give me a ton of extra space, and that's really what I wanted. I don't want it to be able to move around on me. And I'm using, essentially, it's a fender washer. so they're big and wide, so they won't slide, they won't go between these slats on this. Okay guys, so this is the little wood dolly or firewood dolly. So you can see it's nice and short now, so that just a little easier to get in and out of the doors. You can kind of see how it works with Jerry throwing the firewood in the basket. And you can use a bigger basket if you need to be able to get more wood in your stove or fireplace, whatever it is that you happen to use. And then here she'll demonstrate how to get it in the door and how easy it goes in the door. Big wheels help it go right over the threshold. Well, that completes this firewood dolly, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment if you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. I'm Chris with M7 Metalworks.